Zimbabwe cash crisis worse. Talking about Venezuela once again.
Systemic important banks. They removed the 1,000 called monetary awareness.
Hey there, back at it again with another RTD news update. And so it's been a while since I've done one of these presentations here, just putting together a variety of articles and sharing my 2 cents on it. But just came across some things that I wanted to share, and it has to do with the screen behind me now. And this is the digital app of the eNaira, which has been rolled out as of yesterday, and there's more information coming out. But I think it's real important to take a look at these type of things because it's real indicative of what we can expect here in the US at some point in the near future, and some of the detailed instructions on how it will be set up and how ultimately it's just more of a sham. Because already with the eNaira, they've already minted or mined or created digital versions of this currency that's already been put out in circulation. But before I dive to this type of content here, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, as well as hit the thumbs up button if you guys want to see more short updates like this. So here's the first article I came across here, and it says Nigeria is the first African country to have a digital currency. So here we have a picture of the central bank governor. And if you scroll down throughout this article here, you'll find out more details, but I'll save you guys the headache. But then I'll scroll over to the next one here. It says Nigeria launches the eNaira amid hope, skepticism, and plenty of uncertainty. And I'll dive into this a little bit further to show you exactly what they mean by that. So here we have the president of Nigeria as well as the bank governor here holding up a sign saying eNaira, same Naira, more possibilities. Okay, sure. But just some of the things here it talks about, Africa being the first one. Of course, we have Bahama, Sand Dollar. We got the Chinese Yuan. We got the Central Bank of France talking about one. We got Switzerland talking about one. But here are some of the concerns. It says, but experts and cryptocurrency users in the continent's biggest economy say that the fact that there are more questions than answers regarding the eNaira and a large amount of worry over the consistency of the central bank rules means the government faces a tough path towards making the eNaira a success. So here's some details here. It says so far, the central bank governor said during Monday's launch that there has been an overwhelming interest and encouraging response. I'm not sure these numbers indicate that same narrative, but we'll see. It says adding that 33 banks, 2,000 customers, and 120 merchants had already registered successfully with the platform, which is available via an app on Apple or Android. It says some 200 million Nairas worth of eNaira. So here we have it right there. 200 million Nairas worth of eNaira have been already created or pre-mined or whatever they're going to call it and already distributed to the banks that are going to be using this rebranded version of the currency that's already failing. Stuff to make you wonder. President Muhammadu Buhari said use of the currency could grow the economy by 29 billion over 10 years, enable direct government welfare payments, and increase the tax base. So here we have 3 explanations of what the Nigerian people can expect more of. Their economy to grow by $29 billion over 10 years. Once again, this growth is denominated in dollars. Keep that in mind. It says enable direct government welfare payments directly to your phone, universal basic income. It says and increase the tax base. So not only will they be growing in dollar terms through minting their own digital version of their currency, and then ultimately at some point in the future making that interoperable with the dollar payment method. But then also they're going to be using this platform to directly inject universal basic income or the welfare payments directly to the people. And then on the other end, because they're directly injecting it, they can also directly remove it from your app as well. So something worth keeping in mind. Next article here is just something on Yahoo. Says Nigeria launches the digital currency eNaira. So I thought I would just take a minute, thumb through this video real quickly here, just because it shows the basic outline of the platform here. And as I just thumb through it here, it gives more insight as to what is going on inside the country. Then it also mentions about how Bitcoin has become the preferred mechanism for people to use because their currency has been completely destroyed as far as what it can actually purchase. And so moving on to the next article, I think this is something we can learn a lot from because it shows how to actually sign up and how to connect your current bank account with this new version of a digital branded eNaira. But it says here, easy steps to download the eNaira wallet app on your iOS or Android devices. So as I scroll through here, so it just gives you an idea what the user interface upon launching the eNaira looks like. And then as I scroll down before, it gives some direct details as to how to sign up. So if you have an iOS, if you have an Android, there's a lot that we can learn from this because at some point in the near future, the Federal Reserve will also be rolling out something and the format will be very similar. So here we have the instructions for how to set up an iOS as well as an Android, both similar pathways, typical way you download your apps as of now. But what's interesting about this is that once you go through all the steps, go to your app store, download the wallets or whatever. And then the interesting part is when you start connecting to your current bank account. So I'll just jump down here. It talks about installing. It says there's no charge for downloading the eNaira Speed wallet. It says if you have any compatible devices with your Face ID, double click on it, yada, yada, yada. And then once it's on your phone from your app store, you're all good to go. Now here comes the interesting part as to how they'll work this system into the current banking model until. It says here, enter your mobile number, create a password, enter the following details below. Your first name, your surname, your date of birth, your state of origin, your account number tied to your relationship bank, and then you'll get a bank verification number. Once successful validation of the above details in your wallet, application email is sent to the email address tied to your bank verification number. It says go to the registration mailbox and confirm a receipt of the email. It says click on the activate wallet to confirm your email. Enter your username, bank verification number, and your password. It says to fund the eNaira Speed wallet, log into your bank mobile via the internet, and then you'll be connected on your iOS. And then a similar process here for your Android. But then you scroll down here, it says how to fund your wallet from your bank account, fund your eNaira Speed wallet from your bank account. Then it gives you your 9 steps here, which basically plays out in the same way if you were to sign up to any other financial service or payment app on your phone right now. But what I find to be most interesting is the fact that as of right now, the average person would download this brand new app and then connect it to their old bank account if they had a bank account. And then you'll be able to transfer funds out of your commercial bank account right now and have them digitally be able to transfer that to your new eNaira account seamlessly. And of course, it's all digits controlled by the central bank. One used to be controlled by the commercial bank where you bank at currently, and the new one is controlled by the servers that might be inside of the Central Bank of Nigeria's offices. And then we have the next article here that talks about for those that may not even have internet or a mobile phone, there's still opportunity for you to participate in this monetary scheme. Nigerians without internet-enabled phones will be able to use the eNaira. So scroll down a little bit, save you guys a headache. It basically talks about here, according to the National Commission of Mass Literacy, Adult and Non-Formal Education, it is estimated that 35% of the nation's adult population was illiterate, and the CBN risked losing adoption to the segment of the population the document reads. So basically, about 37 million Nigerians are not able to read to be able to go through the process of being able to set up an account, and that's a problem. So they made it easier for those that are not too tech savvy altogether. It says here, this principle has enabled the bank to focus on simplicity and ease of use, ensuring that Nigerians without internet-enabled phones can access the service. It says, according to the CBN, the eNaira will complement existing payment methods such as mobile banking apps, point-of-sale terminals, USSD, fast response codes, and internet banking. It says, with the account-based model, the CBN seeks to enable access by leveraging the existing identity infrastructure in Nigeria, such as the BVN, NIN, TIN, etc., to uniquely identify individuals and corporate entities. So exactly what does that mean? Basically, they're connecting the eNaira system into the old platform, similar to how we have ACH when we do bank wires and things like that. They're able to interconnect it together to where it'll work seamlessly for people who are not a part of the banking system already to be able to send funds with no problem as this whole eNaira system is rolled out. But why are they doing this? And it has to do with the fact that all fiat currencies are right now being destroyed. And it so happens to be that Nigeria, for the continent of Africa, appears to be, for the last 48 hours, the most successful use case thus far, even though the usage is small. But clearly the Nigerian people are no fools to where they're not going to be so excited to run back into the same problems that they face with the actual paper eNaira, as well as the other version of the digital eNaira that has been devalued significantly over the last several years. And just to give you an idea as to what's really going on there, here we have a graph based upon the Nigeria inflation rate. So here we can see over the last year in particular, earlier this year, it got up to about 18.17%. And this is what we are being told. Of course, on the ground, it's a lot different. So what does that equate to? Nigerians' ability to purchase goods and services have basically skyrocketed 20%, I'm sure more for the average person there. And of course, the numbers here show that it's come down some, but yet never believe the hype. And then here's another interesting article here. It says Nigeria devalue Naira as part of path to single exchange rate. And so in order to try to balance the government's malfeasance, they do a lot of fraudulent activity by playing with the numbers. And here in order to save their own butts when it comes to their debts as well as their account balances or imbalances, they devalue their own currency. Who does that hurt? Obviously, the users of our currency and the savers of that currency. Some more information here, but as you see, a whole stack of basically worthless paper as of now. And then to move to the next article, it says Nigeria foreign exchange crisis. Worsening US dollar shortages point to further devaluation. So not only have they destroyed their own currency, but they're also short of dollars as well, which means they have to do more fraudulent activity to try to keep face before they completely lose control of the economy there. So basically, what does all of this mean? We have Nigeria, the first country that's rolled out an experiment of rebranding the current monetary system that has failed the people. And they're expecting people to run back into it, of which that will not be the case. So I thought I would just do a little news update on this because there's a lot that we can learn from this, given the fact that every country on the planet is doing the same exact thing. And we can learn a lot by seeing what's being done in nations first before it's rolled out in the developed world. And so if the paper game didn't work, if the commercial bank digital currencies didn't work, it all has to do with being centrally controlled in the hands of a small few that's able to control the quantity of the currency. So just within this article here, 200 million eNairas were already dispersed. There's no limit to how much they can create. Therefore, there will be no future in an eNaira, a paper Naira, digital eNaira, and anything like that, similar to the way we have it here in the US. There's no future in a centrally controlled currency just because the very nature of the currency is designed to expand, and those closer to the spigot always get the most use of the currency before it's completely destroyed. And it's the average person, this worker, the investor, who tends to lose out. So thought I would just share my 2 cents on this. Of course, you know what time it is. If you haven't already, continue to get your weight up. And as we saw from that video there, cryptocurrencies, in particular Bitcoin, is in heavy use there. And the people who got into that sector a long time ago have definitely benefited the most and been able to preserve their purchasing power during this monetary restructuring. So just something we can learn about here. But anyway, curious to hear what you think. Leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up. Let me know if you guys want to see more videos like this, and I'll see you guys later.